Remembering Okoko Ndem by Emeka Obasi. The words of Okoko Ndem come in handy here as some continue the fight against injustice. We all abhor a system that marginalizes individuals and groups. It is also true that while we cry for equity, there must be a touch of wisdom in diplomacy. With awareness created, bridges should be built and walls destroyed. Okoko Ndem was the most popular voice within and outside Biafra. He was not the head of Radio Biafra, but Radio Biafra was on his head. There was the popular jingle, Onye ndị iro gbara gburugburu na-eche ndụ ya nche mgbe niile. Sasa Nwoke's translation is, the price of liberty is eternal vigilance. This is the message from Okoko Ndem to IPOB. The broadcaster, dubbed Lord Haw Haw by the General Yakubu Gowon's administration, used his voice to defeat the federal troop on air, even if the battle was being lost on the ground. He also drew global attention to Biafra. Okoko Ndem was not Igbo. We must note that. The journalist hailed from Ikoneto in Odupani local government area of Cross River State. He died in August 2003 and was buried on Igbo Day, September 29, 2003. One prominent guest at the funeral was General Ojukwu, head of the state of Biafra. Burial ground was Calabar. Also, in attendance were prominent Igbo politicians from the southeast, including Chief Chekwas Okorie and Onwoka Kaalo. The lesson from this is that Biafra was never an Igbo movement. The last president of Biafra, General Philip Effiong Akangan of Ibiono, though born in Aba, was an Akwa son. Chief Frank Opigo, the man who named Biafra, is from Bayelsa State and is today Dawai, the third Amadawai of Agiama. He was administrator of Yanagwa province. The most popular voice on Radio Biafra was a Cross Riverian, not Igbo. The war started at 5:30 a.m. July 6, 1967 in Gakin, Cross River State. No, thanks to Lieutenant Gado Nasco, who fired the first artillery shot. The last officer to leave Nigerian detention was Colonel Bennett Ochie, was from Delta State. One of the first ever hijackers, Captain Ibikari Awel Brown, had Rivers blood in his vein. The trio seized the Nigerian Airway flight bound for Lagos from Benin. Awel Brown flew the aircraft to Enugu. Some top officers in the Biafran were not from Igbo lands. Starting point should be Ibiono, hometown of General Effiong. It is also the place of Chief Ntianyong Eban, the secretary to Biafran government. The environment will shock all. There were civilians like Chief Ekuninan Basi, J.E. Udo Afia, Dr. Thompson Ababio, and S.J. Udoho. There were crack officers and soldiers from Akwa Ibom. Lieutenant Colonel Nsodo was described as tough, courageous, iron-willed by General Alexander Madebo. Biafran's army chief, Colonel Abang Okot, was a bravado and was said to have committed suicide when news of the surrender got to him. There was one teenage commander, Edith, who fought in Ozuakoli under Colonel Emeka Ananaba. From Cross River, there were civils like Sam Emoke, Governor Lai Imoke's dad. From Itigidi, Abi, Chief Matthew Mbo, Professor Eyo Basindem, Justice Ndoma Eba, Senator Victor Eba's father, and Frank Ubot. In the military, they had Lieutenant Achibong, who, according to Madiebo, was one of the bravest officers I have ever met. The young man on wheels of the dreaded Corporal Nwafo armored car, Daniel Lawrence, better known as Pampas, of Argentina, was an Ecom boy born to a British mother from Liverpool, and Clement Ibiri of the Biafran Air Force. There was one Amore, Aribo, from Mpane, Ujib, who was ready to die for Biafra, while his kinsman, Okio Aribo, defected to Nigeria to be appointed Commissioner for External Affairs. Mention must be made of late Pesek Eta Ikema and Silvanus Eta, one of the crews of the Panhard armored car Uguta Boys. Then the train moved to Port Harcourt to see the family of Emmanuel Aguma, other sons of the soil, among them Ignatius Kobara, S.N. Diko, and Silvanus Koki. The warriors included Colonel Joshua John, Brown Captain William Murray Bruce, Senator Ben Bruce Brother, and Victor Massey. From Garden City, that is Port Harcourt, next stop is Asaba. Then we have people like Colonel Joe Achuzie, who died recently. We also remember the Asaba massacre of 1967 and what followed in Ishiago and Ibodo, Delta State today, is the land of Brigadier Conrad Nwawo, Okonjo Auntie Ngo's father, and Mike Uchechime, and Navy Chief Wilfred Anuko, who was also an army commander, just like Ben Mwachie. Biniman Sam Loko Efe too. Yenegoa not skipped, at least for the sake of Chief Franco Pigo and Major Kilo, who led the 63 Brigade Guard. He was stilled as Captain Ebube. Who chose Nigeria, while his brother-in-law George Ozier flew Nigerian Army boss Colonel Joe Akahan to death. So was Captain Chris Obolu, brother to Colonel Gav Okonweze, wife Carol. Onward to Ade-Ekiti, the soil of Colonel Adekunle and Ayo Fayose. No condemning the Yorubas, they gave Biafra Professor Woloshonike and Taisoralin. Colonel Adebayo helped out after the war as much as Chief Adeniran Ogunsanya. Major Ganiu Adeleke was on the same side with his cause. T.I. Akomaka, Okonkwo, and Obonna. There was also Captain David Brown, the American Red Cross pilot, who was downed across Opobo on June 5, 1968, alongside his crew of 2 Swedish and a Norwegian. Count von Rosen was a hero with his minicons. So were the Portuguese Otto Alves, Manuel Reis, and Gal Pinto de Sousa, among many others. May God grant them all eternal rest. This is Biafra that is to come must be broad enough. The current Biafran agitators must endeavor not to restrict the Biafran agitation to the Igbo enclave. They must resist the temptation of speaking and addressing only Igbo. Biafra, it is and remains a case of an oppressed people trying to find a way to express themselves. Biafra is a quest for freedom, and free the people who desire and seek for freedom shall get. Once more, this is Njenje Media Channel. Subscribe to the channel, click on the bell icon for notifications.